All right, good morning. Woo! Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Coffee Chats. Oh my goodness, what a morning it's been. All right, from breaker going out, needing toast, the toaster wouldn't work, to blah, blah, blah. It's been one of those mornings. So yes, we're all here. It's good to see everyone's faces. Thank you so much for your time. As usual, I'll let you know what's going on for the week, and I'll let you know we have a couple special things to announce because of the holiday, the Labor Day holiday potluck. So I will start with that. Don't forget, next Monday, of course, from 4 to 7 p.m. in the East Deck and in Marion Hall, it's our Labor Day potluck. So this is all do-it-yourself. This is cleanup crew, layout, the spreads crew, etc. Bring your own goods to eat. But the most important thing is that it's an opportunity to hang out with your friends and be together, get to know one another, get to know new neighbors, etc. So that is next Monday from 4 to 7 p.m. So that's number one.
Bring your own utensils.
Bring your own utensils. Bring your own everything. Yes. Bring it all. Okay, and everyone is invited, of course. So that's number one. Number two, September 10th at 12:30, so that's a Tuesday, so following September 10th at 12:30 in Marion Hall is about a 1-hour residential council introductory meeting. So if you are interested in learning more about the residential council, you want to ask questions, you're wanting to participate, it is 12:30 in Marion Hall on the 10th of September. Did I miss anything with that, John? Okay. Also on the 10th, before that, I just wanted to put a shout out that at 11:30, September 10th, we have affinity hearing here. So Dr. Stone is here. She is doing the hearing aid cleanings and simple repairs. It's batteries, etc. So if you are wanting to utilize that, she will be here from 11:30 to 12:30. She suggested if you think you might need particular batteries, or if you need fixing, you may want to bring a checkbook. So, but that is also on the 10th, and that's at 11:30. So you could go get your hearing aids taken care of and then stay for the council meeting. It will be a double whammy. So that's going on the 10th of September. Okay, and I'll back it up and just let you know what's going on for the week, and then I will hand it over to you, Sandy, unless you'd like to come up now while we're... Sure. Should we do that? Okay, all right. Well, let's do it.
Guess what? It's another project. Okay, these are 4 diapers. Yesterday, they were 4 t-shirts. So these go to Global Health Ministries. These will probably go to Haiti or some other area that is in need of baby care. Okay, so if you have any t-shirts that are women's size extra large or larger, men's size large or larger, they need to be like 16 inches from the armpit to the bottom. But anyway, it's a project that is dear to my heart because I use cloth diapers for my kids. So, okay, I just wanted to ask you if you want to donate them, you can either give them to me when you see me or leave them in the store when the store is open. Okay? Thank you.
Ellen's got a question.
Oh, wait a minute. Ellen's on the ball, I'm not. No, white or light colored. This is about as dark as we want. This is a light blue. So white or off-white. Yeah, and they can have stuff printed on them because I fold that to the inside. Okay? Any other questions? Yes.
Sandy, do you not, excuse me, you also collect clothing, don't you? So if our t-shirts are darker, you could use them as clothing for
Yes.
people?
Yes, I do. I do collect clothing that I take to anywhere but Goodwill. I take it to places where people can get things free or nearly free. because they're needed that way. Okay? So things that you might pay $5 for at a thrift store, they can get them for $1. Okay?
Great.
There again, if you put them in a bag, you can send them by my car, which is a white car right next to the door going out in the east garage. Okay?
So Sandy, are you making these all by yourself?
Yeah.
She's making these all by herself. How amazing is that?
It's one slime machine.
Oh, wow. You don't have to do that. That's amazing. Thank you. Okay. I don't even know if I told you what the date is today. It's the 27th, just in case I didn't mention that. It's the 27th today. All right. So we have the pie couple are back today. And they are talking about Argentina highlights. So Barb and Steve are back, and let's see. Join Barb and Steve on a journey to some Argentina's highlights. From the world's largest waterfalls to large glaciers, you won't want to miss this colorful adventure. So that's at 10 a.m. in Marion Hall. All right, I'll move on to Wednesday. 1 p.m., of course, we have our TED Talks on 991. The 3 topics are how your vision determines your reality, the hidden danger of lead in soil, and how you can see the inside of your body. And there's more of a description in the newsletter if you're wanting to read about that prior. 1 p.m., we have our mystery art project. I don't know if that's full or...
Just come if they want to try it.
Okay, just come if you're interested in participating in the Mystery Art Project, 1 p.m. This Wednesday in the art room. 1:30 on Wednesdays, of course, we have 500. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. we have bingo and we have 500. Thursday, 9 and 11, we have our recorded coffee chats if you can't join us in the morning on Tuesdays. Friday the 30th, 1 p.m. we have coffee chats. Of course, we have bridge and poker on Fridays at 1. 4 p.m. every Friday, happy hour. 7 p.m. is our movie on Fridays, and that's in Marion Hall. The movie is Mrs. Palfrey at the Claremont. A widow moves to London to see her grandson and stays in a senior residential hotel. She accidentally meets a young writer and forms an unlikely friendship. And so that is the movie for Friday. Saturday, we just have our men's breakfast at 8 a.m. 7 p.m., of course, we have our bingo. And don't forget, next Monday is our Labor Day barbecue. There will be no exercise on Monday. I will be on vacation. So, and you should be on vacation too. I believe that is what I have. Except for, I guess I do want to say, keep an eye out by my office. I will post, for instance, the upcoming future Orchestra Hall tickets, the dates for that if you're interested in purchasing tickets. It's listed by my office. In addition to that, if I've already scheduled some of the theater productions, I will oftentimes now I've started putting that out. It was a suggestion to get that out so that if you're interested, you will proceed to buy the tickets through us in the future and write the date down in your calendar, as opposed to going with another entity. So that's listed by my office. Okay, it's a noisy morning today. Okay, I feel like I should do a little dance. I believe that's all I have. I'll hand it over to Jeff.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. When I was a young lad, many years ago, I was given a toy by my brother. This was a very popular toy back then. Remember, we didn't have video games and cell phones and stuff like that. We had stick, twigs, and marbles to play with. This toy back then was so popular that I'm willing to bet that 95% of the adult population had one and knows what it is. Now, I didn't know this at the time, of course, but later on in life, I realized there was a mechanical connection to the toy. Here is a connection, and from there, I'll have you guess what the toy is. When World War II was over, there was a vast demobilization. And because the war effort was ending, tremendous amounts of materials and machinery became available as surplus junk. There was among that pile of surplus materials something that some enterprising individual took and cut up to make this toy. So this individual cut these things up and actually sold them in this very form as the toy that we all have come to know and love. It was only later on that these things were refined and eventually made out of plastic instead of metal. What is the toy?
Ready for set?
Hello. Who said Slinky? Slinky. Don't clap. It's not that big a deal. Let's clap for Deborah. Good job. Back then, at the very beginning of this toy's creation, Slinkies were made from the coils that are waiting to be cut longitudinally. Did I say to make piston rings for army vehicles like Jeeps. So they would create this long coil of metal and cut it into a bunch of smaller coils for piston rings. And then after war, there was so much surplus, they started making toys. Very good. The small update on the tuck pointers. They are going to do that area behind the west building, just to the south of the garage, about 3 or 4 parking spots. You can see where the area is bad. They're going to add that to their list. I saw they weren't there this morning. Excuse me. But I'm thinking they're going to come later today because it's going to be nice. And did anyone hear that the state fair was opening late today?
Yes.
Has that happened a lot? I don't remember that.
Is it weather related, maybe?
It's weather related. Maybe they didn't have power.
There was a lot of junk strewn around, you know, from the wind. Yeah.
You know?
Had to wipe off all the wet trees.
Okay. Keep talking. I don't have anything else to say. Does anyone have any questions on anything? Maxine.
It has come to my attention that some of the new people in the building are kind of getting lost. And I was wondering if in your intake materials, if you have a little map of the first floor so that people know where the beauty shop is and how to find it and so forth. So, just a suggestion.
It sounds like some new people are having a hard time getting acquainted and understanding the lay of the land and stuff at Ridge Point. Is there one person in this room that came to Ridge Point and knew exactly where everything was on their first trip through?
No.
No. And it's we do send a greeter with people, and
It's information overload though.
That's true.
There's just so
Okay.
many different things.
I understand it could be information overload. One of my concerns is I don't want to spoon feed people so that we're assuming they don't know anything or they can't figure things out on their own. Someone came up to me this morning and said, what should we do about people that aren't registered to vote? They're new and they're not registered to vote. Okay, and I may have bristled, I don't know, but the question I have is, if I'm going to vote and I want to vote, I'm sure as heck going to find out how to get registered and do all that. And so if I'm uncomfortable talking to a stranger, I can call the desk or I can look it up. Am I wrong in having that opinion? Do we?
No, not at all.
There are some things specific to Ridge Point that it's helpful to know and all that type of thing.
A map
But-
is not a bad idea.
What?
A map is not a bad
A map is not a bad idea?
Just a little printout, not a bad idea.
Do we have one?
All right, so Jillian and I are going to argue in front of everyone here this morning. See who wins that one. Shut up, Julia. Jillian.
People actually have a hard time getting directions cognitively too.
Yes.
Like you can show them like 5 times.
Yep.
I found that.
It is tricky. Faye, what did you have?
I just want to say, when I first came here, everybody was so friendly, and I had to ask someone where the trash was, and where the beauty parlor was, and where the gym was.
You still haven't found the beauty parlor, have you, Faye? Faye, you look beautiful. Absolutely stunning.
That's how I got to know, is I asked people.
Yes.
And then I got to know people.
And Faye, you are, it's easy for you.
Yeah.
It truly is. You're outgoing and you have a sense of humor, I hope. And, but not everyone is that way.
I know.
And as neighbors, we can see, you can tell if someone's confused or struggling or whatever. I mean, just look at me. So, yes, be good neighbors. If we need to, we can certainly put a map in there. And we want to get better. That doesn't, and we want to get better in a way that doesn't take away the dignity of anyone that lives here. My biggest fear is we're going to treat people like kids in elementary school or whatever. That's not what we're about, and that's not what we want to be.
I agree.
Norma?
Be sure to put the laundry room, and that's on the 2nd floor.
Yep. Where does it end?
Yeah.
You know, it's a process. Getting to know any place is a process. So, and there's always the front desk. Anyone that ever has lived here knows if you have a question, call the front desk. If they can't help you, they will find an answer for you. Mike.
A few days ago, I was coming through the atrium. There's an older lady sitting here who was a new resident.
An older lady at Ridgepoint?
Older than I. Anyway, she
That's
was
pretty old.
looking for the magic mirror. And I started, and I corrected myself of giving her all sorts of directions. I said, no, I directed her to the elevator, go up to the concierge, go to the desk, and they can give you the easy directions.
Bingo.
And I
Bingo.
think that's the secret we can do with many is direct them someplace where they can get the information.
Yep. Excellent. Excellent. Any new residents here today? No? We're going to tell you where everything is. All right. Okay. A lady went to the dentist to have a tooth removed. And she had her tooth removed, and right away there was instant chemistry between her and the dentist. And they made mad, passionate love right there. And she came back the next week, and the same thing. And the next week, the same thing. And this went on for quite some time, till the dentist said, as beautiful as this is, we've got to stop. And the lady said, why? And he goes, well, you've only got one tooth left. See, he had to get that money each week. Okay, birthdays. Does anyone have anything else they want to say? Here we go. Today is the 27th, right?
Right.
No birthdays today. Tomorrow, Karen Cunningham. The 29th, Jerry Berner. The 30th, Darla Hansen and Donna Arndt. The 31st, Stanley Combs, Joe Amato. And I apologize, what's next Monday gonna be? September, oh, I might have it right here. Mickey Danovsky on the 1st and Connie Plape on the 2nd. Pat Sullivan and Maggie Della Rocca have an anniversary on September 1st. And were there any anniversaries from August? August 27th, Dick and Connie Plape. So Connie got married on the 27th and her birthday was when? The 2nd. She had her birthday on her honeymoon probably. All right, let's sing happy birthday to our friends. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. And Faye, you look beautiful. Have a good week, everybody.